A lot to get to on your election day. We thank you for choosing us today. I'm Cody Holmyuk.
And it is 6 o'clock on the nose. I'm Donna Pittman. That means polls are open. Nick Bender, first alert forecast for this election day.
Likely standing out in the polls with at least a lighter jacket this morning. Maybe not that heavy winter coat, as we're in the 40s for the most part here in Kansas City. There's going to be some colder spots, but this will be a day where we warm up quickly with abundant sunshine. You can even see a little bit of that sunlight on the horizon. It's 41 degrees. There's a chill in the air. Feels like 35 with a south breeze. Some colder spots there in Lawrence at 35, 40 in Warrensburg, freezing cold in Liberty. Lee Summit, Belton, Olathe, Overland Park, Prairie Village, Shawnee Mission, all in the 40s this morning. Your school planner kids are probably in jackets. This afternoon, they're carrying the jackets. Warm and breezy after school dismissal at 3 o'clock, 75 degrees. And if we fill in every one of those hours in your 12-hour forecast, it just shows that steady and rapid warming up into the 70s for this afternoon. That's also when you're going to notice a bit of a stronger south breeze. Donna.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Nick. Well, it is Election Day in America. Voters who didn't cast their votes early are heading to the polls now to make sure that their voices are heard when it comes to several races.
Yeah, polls are now open in Missouri and in Johnson County, Kansas. There are a few Kansas counties in our area don't open until 7, places like Wyandotte, Miami, and Douglas counties. Polling places on both sides of the state line close at 7 o'clock tonight. If you are in line at 7, you can vote. Voters in Kansas' 2nd congressional district also have a big decision to make today. District covers most of eastern Kansas outside of the KC Metro. Incumbent Republican Steve Watkins lost in the primary, so the race is now between Republican State Treasurer Jake LaTurner and Democrat Topeka Mayor Michelle De La Isla.
With Election Day here, it's good to remember to be patient this year. There is a very good possibility that we won't know the winners tonight, especially if there are close races, and we're talking locally as well as across the country. KMBC 9's Matt Evans is live this morning at a polling place in Overland Park with what we can expect tonight, and I see people lining up behind you, Matt.
That's right, Donna. The line is now moving because polls opened right at 6 o'clock on the dot here at the Arts and Heritage Center in Johnson County near 87th and Metcalf. You can see people flowing in. Maybe between 50 and 75 people were in line at 6 o'clock this morning, right when those polls opened. Now, of course, there have been record voter turnout already when it comes to advanced voting all across the state of Kansas. More than 770,000 Kansans have already voted, which accounts to roughly 40% of registered voters in the state of Kansas voting before Election Day, shattering the early voting numbers of 2016. But there are still more than 85,000 mail-in ballots that have not been returned in the state. And those ballots, well, they could arrive as late as Friday and still be counted, meaning some races may just be too close to call tonight. In many states, like Pennsylvania, they have similar rules to Kansas, meaning the presidential election could also be too close to call.
If Pennsylvania is going to decide the election and we don't know it early, it's going to take a lot longer to get to a decisive winner or hear an acceptance speech or a concession speech. I think we'll probably be waiting on those past Tuesday night. Now, how much longer? Are we talking this month? Are we talking this week? Are we talking on Wednesday? I don't know that I'd care to wager a guess.
When it comes to those mail-in ballots in Kansas, election commissioners are saying if you still have one, don't put it in the mail today. If you can, bring it to one of those drop boxes, bring it to the county election office. You can even bring it to a polling place before 7 o'clock to ensure that it does get counted. Live in Overland Park this morning, Matt Evans, KMBC 9 News.
Matt, thank you for all of that. Now, on the Missouri side, the big race is for governor. It sees Republican incumbent Mike Parson, who took office after Eric Greitens resigned in 2018, face off against Democratic candidate and current Missouri State Auditor Nicole Galloway.
Yeah, we've been mentioning Arrowhead Stadium's major transformation into a polling place today. Well, baseball fans have a spot too, and it's right in Kansas City.
KMBC 9's Martin Augustine is live there this morning to show us what is planned there on this election day. Hi, Martin.
Good morning, Donna. We're live here outside of the Kansas City Urban Youth Academy. Usually it's all about baseball here, but today it's set up as a place for people to cast their ballots. If you take a look right over there, you might be able to see a line of people, kind of their heads above the cars, although that line really started to move just a couple of minutes ago as the polls opened up. They've got a big area inside the Urban Youth Academy for people to vote. So who can vote here? Well, there are a few Kansas City, Missouri precincts whose voters are designated to vote here, but the Kansas City Election Board has declared all the polls in Kansas City within Jackson County as central polls, meaning if you're a registered voter in Kansas City within Jackson County, you could go to any one of those places and cast your ballot. Why are they doing that? Well, some of it is for ease of voting at a year where they expect a lot of people to come out to vote, but also the pandemic has an impact on this. The hope is with more polling places like that, it'll be easier to maintain social distancing when people come to vote. Now, we should point out that if you have a Kansas City, Missouri address and you live in Platte County, Clay County, Cass County, you wouldn't be able to come to one of these locations. Only in the jurisdiction of the Kansas City Election Board, which is Kansas City, Missouri, inside of Jackson County. So the voting is going on here. Kansas City Royals employees have been given the day off today so that they can volunteer here to help people kind of easily move in and out and cast their ballot. This is also a big day when it comes to Kansas City history because it's the 5-year anniversary of the World Series parade. So a lot of big red letter marks on this day right here as we begin the voting process here in Kansas City, Missouri. Reporting live, Martin Augustine, KMBC 9 News.
What better place to vote on that anniversary than, Martin? Thank you. Voters in Missouri's 4th Congressional District will pick a representative in the House. 4th District covers a wide area, including Cass, Boone, and Bates counties, among others. Incumbent Republican Vicky Hartzler faces off against Democrat Lindsey Simmons and Libertarian Steve Coonsey. Hartzler, took the seat in 2010 and has held it ever since. Pandemic can't stop an Election Day tradition. The first ballots are in. The tiny towns of Dixville, Notch, and Millsfield, New Hampshire announced their results last night. Overnight, it comes as tens of millions of other Americans prepare to head to the polls today. Jared Hill's at our Washington Bureau with a look ahead to the big day.
At least 98 million Americans have already cast their ballots, and despite the pandemic, some cold weather, as well as long lines, millions more are expected to turn out today and cast their votes. So far, Democrats have been leading in early voting, while Republicans are expected to turn out more today on actual election day. The focus tonight is on just a handful of battleground states. The campaign spent yesterday bouncing across the likes of Michigan, Wisconsin, Florida, North Carolina, and especially Pennsylvania. That traditionally blue state went for Trump in 2016, but is trending for Biden now, although within the margin of error. And that is the reality amongst most of those swing states. So it could really be anybody's game at this point, and both of the camps are still stressing folks turn out to the polls.
It's time to rebuild the backbone of this country, the middle class, and this time bring everybody along.
With your vote, we will continue to cut your taxes, cut regulations, support our great police.
This morning, there's a temporary so-called non-scalable wall around the White House as businesses in cities board up the windows, anticipating protests once the results are called. But it's really important to remember here that with so many absentee and mail-in ballots expected to come in, and those potentially being counted after the day of in-person votes, it could still be a bit of time before we know the official results, so be patient. Reporting in Washington, I'm Jared Hill.
And you can count on us for all of your Election Day information and results. We have information on polling places near you. You can read up on big races and much more at KMBC.com. And then tonight, after the polls close, we'll have results as they roll in. Just go to KMBC.com. Look for the Commitment 2020 tab.
Nick's committed to giving us a good Election Day forecast, and you have delivered, sir.
I mean, this is wonderful weather. On the chilly side for this morning, but it's November. But look at this temperature jump this afternoon on our First Alert 9-day forecast. This is the warmest day on there, 75 degrees. Now, we will get some more clouds for Wednesday with a stronger south wind. We'll still make it into the 70s because of that wind. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're back in the sunshine. These are days in the 70s. Here's the change. This will have an impact on your outdoor plans. Beginning Sunday, a slight chance of off and on rain showers, which could impact the Chiefs game. The higher chance of rain comes in Monday and Tuesday, and there will be colder air with this on Tuesday, so there's the possibility that we see a changeover to some type of a wintry mix or a rain to snow changeover Monday night into early Tuesday morning. Let's get a check of First Alert traffic with News Chopper 9's Johnny Rollins.
And quite the inversion again today, Nick. Almost 70 degrees here, about 1,000 feet off the ground. So there you go. Live in News Chopper 9 as we take a look at your First Alert traffic. And yeah, look at that beautiful horizon right now as we're off daylight savings time, gain that hour and see a little daylight for the drive-in these days. All right, northbound I-35 past 75th Street, looking good. Yet to open up that ramp from 75th to northbound I-35, but they did open one up southbound from 75th to I-35, and that new lane 2 takes you down to the Oval Parkway. Everything looking good so far. Not seeing any problems out here at all. Johnny Rollins, News Chopper 9, back to you in the studio.
All right, Johnny, thank you. Let's take a look now at COVID numbers. The number of coronavirus cases is rising in Kansas and Missouri. The 7-day rolling average in Kansas is 988. Missouri has its highest number to date with 2,700 cases. Now, the percentage of positive cases is also up in both states. Kansas is now at 12.7, Missouri now at 14.8.
Starting today, Turner High School in Kansas City, Kansas is moving kids out of the classroom for all virtual learning. And it'll be that way through Thanksgiving because of a high number of COVID-19 cases and people in quarantine. Plan is to return to partial in-person learning on Monday, November 30th.
A scary scene for some eating dinner last night. We'll tell you what led up to this. Also, the latest on the driver and what he could be facing this morning. Well, this election cycle has certainly been a doozy, but has it caused a split between you and loved ones? How one couple is dealing with a house divided on this election day.
Days of 70 and sunshine will change this weekend. I'm going to show you the most likely day for rain and even snowflakes coming up.